Welcome. We are one. We are Rabid.
What's going on, everyone? I don't even know if that worked, but right after the live stream yesterday, I finally found my backup for my Stream Deck thing and restored everything. So we're good. So hopefully that works out. I'm not really prepared for this. I apologize. Oh my gosh. So ever since I woke up this morning, it was, I don't know, about 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago, I've been trying to work on the pool. Some of you guys may be aware that the Duro pools are down, like all of them. There's no Duro pools around right now, currently. Everything is down, AWOL, 0 hashes. So we've been trying to get those back up and fixing it and so on. And I even running my home node. I'm trying to resync it, updated it, deleted the mainnet folders, resync it, fast sunk it and everything. And it's really slow. Something's going on. Not sure. There is a recent update that was dropped 2 hours ago, so we're trying that as well. And then last minute, I was like, oh crap, it's time to start the stream. So here we are. Anyway, how's everyone doing? Let's do a quick roll call. Pretty crazy morning. So let's see what's going on. Scrolling up, what do we got going on in the house here? We got Dan Ruggs POS. What's going on, Dan? We got Andres 23007, King Mining. Oh, Budweiser. There you go. Let that play out a bit because we didn't get to do it yesterday. Zapire, what's going on? Red Putts, what's happening? Scrolling through. Skirm, what's going on? Scrolling. Jock McMiner UK, what's happening? I see Mr. Red Panda Mining is here. Ogre MGTOW, he's here to talk about the rug pulls. He wants the rugs. Good thing we got Dan Rugs POS because he's done rugging Horsecoin. That's all he used to do for the past, I guess, year. But I guess there's no more rugging happening over there. Sling Buzz, what's happening? Jeff, I don't even know how to say that. J. Tarafagalini, something like that. Chrisish. Crypto Strit. Is that how you say it? I think that's Crypto Strit. Retro Mike Crypto, what's going on? 306 Miner, what's happening? Ninja Kid. Scroll through Automatic Beats. Chancoin, CC, what's happening? Ninja Kid again. Oops. It just jumped on me. So, Power Minds Crypto, what's going on? Alvadis Jacobakis. So, what's going on? We're doing a AMA today, so you guys, I guess, ask questions. Now, my stream also looks kind of blurry. I wonder if that has to do with my node syncing up. Yeah, I'm very limited on bandwidth. I might have to actually close that up and just deal with it later. I just restarted. There we go. Hopefully, it's a little clearer. I hit the reset. I'm just going to bring this up. I got a little network switch, so this is kind of cool. So I got a whole bunch of stuff hooked to my capture card now. So like this is number 3. If I push number 1, check this out. I'm going to push number 1. It's going to do its thing. And bam, we're in my other PC, which will begin showing you some Roblox Bitcoin miner. This is also where I got my Chia and other server stuff happening. But yeah, right now it's AFK on Roblox doing that. So I'm just going to go back to number 3, back into our little node box here where I have a bunch of other things going on. But I think I'm going to close it because that may be causing some internet issues. So I'm sorry. I'll have to deal with this in a little bit. So I'm going to close that out. Goodbye. See you little B-Link. That's my little B-Link U51. It's pretty sweet. Anyway, so let's start with the questions. Sup? What's going on? I just finished watching DJ's latest video. I feel so bad. What was DJ's latest video? I didn't even see it. I've been busy. Did he release it today? What's going on? What am I missing? What's happening? What's going on in the world? Because I've been like blindsided by pool going down. Wait, what are you mining with Roblox? I'm mining Bitcoin and Solaris. It's fake. It's not real Bitcoin and it's not real Solaris. Well, Solaris isn't a real token, but it is in the game. He has to move. Oh yeah, I heard. I don't know why he has to move, but I heard he's moving. Yeah, I seen he was posting about moving, but I'm not sure. Why does he have to move? He just bought that new house, didn't he? That sucks. Obviously, that was a nice house. He was getting all stoked. He was getting up his little mining shed and everything there. Yeah, that's horrible. Look at Bitorium. He's moving to other place. Work related. Work reasons. Gotcha. So look at Bitorium. Why is it pumping again? Is it doing something crazy? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Bitorium price. I guess I can just go to mining pool stats and we'll just take a look here. Bitorium. What's going on with Bitorium? Bitorium engage. Oh, it's up 107% again. Is it the same little exchange? What is this one? X Red X. Is that new? I don't know. But the other day, I think it was Findbox. This one had, oh, it is. It's the same exchange. It's like, this is, oh, that sucks. There's like no volume really at this exchange. I went and looked at it the other day when it pumped, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should sell some coins because it's literally at an all-time high. But I would have crashed the price. It went up 100% the other day as well. But if I would have sold, it would have crashed it by over 300 or 400%. And there wasn't even enough volume on the entire exchange to be able to dump my coin. So that sucked. But yeah, it is green. Findbox, awesome. So it is looking up. Let's actually jump into the calculator and kind of have a look at this. So I'm just going crypto mining, CPU mining calculator, new tab. Open that up. I'll have a quick peek here. So single 3900X. I do got to adjust my Duro into where it should be. Calculate. And yeah, so yeah, Bitorium is the top coin on a 3900X. Well, it's a good thing I pointed my rigs there. I actually slabbed my rigs onto there this morning when Duro went down. I was debating, should I just start solo mining XMR again because the Duro pool and stuff is down? Or should I just move to Bitorium? And I actually moved to Bitorium. So there's the update of Duro here. So I'm just going to go to, what is it, Viper? Yeah, Viper is I think what I moved to. Went to viper.net. Let's take a look here. Bam. Here's the rigs. I got them hanging out right here. So thank you very much, Travelers Travels, for becoming a Wolfpack member. And Hugo Down gifted 5 memberships. So congratulations to Ninja Kid, Gaming with Smokey Dan, Automatic Beat, Skirm, and King Mining, who did receive those. Awesome. Congrats to you guys. And thank you, Hugo Down, for gifting those people that membership. That's awesome. So what do we got going on here? So it looks like technically in 24 hours, it should be around 41,000 coins. Now this bounces around anywhere from 41 to like 70,000 based on your hash rate. As we know, Ghost Rider is all over the place. So I just started, so we don't know what the technical profitability is. 20. Oh yeah, never mind. Workstation's off. I should be at 30 there, but I did not. So yeah, I did go over to here and we're online and I am currently on BitTorrent. So I already made $1.29 so far. It looks like in like, what is that? An hour? It's an hour or something. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, BitTorrent, I guess, pumping on no-name exchanges. You know what? Speaking of that, let's just go back to that. Let's have a look because technically that could be a question and we're AMA. Let's look at this exchange one more time and see. So I got about 3 million coins or something, 2 full nodes plus some. So if I was to sell 3 million coins, could I even do it right now? And what prices? Let's just kind of bring this in a bit more. So here's all the buy orders. So you can see there's 131,000 here up 0002, 100,000 here. There's nothing in the millions. There's 422,000, but that's all the way down to 00015. So we're not looking too hot at that point, but it's still not too bad. But yeah, there isn't enough volume here to sell all that. So what is this? Let's just estimate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Let's go 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. There might be about 2.3 to 2.5 million coins you could quickly offload and dump and buy orders, but you're driving the price all the way down on the end there. Because remember, if you were to sell right now at the market to literally dump it at this point, you'd fly through all of these orders. So, you know, for the 131,000, you'll get this price. For the next 100,000, that price, 100,000, that price, and so on. And there's not enough here to literally dump it all. And by the time you get to the bottom end here, you're only getting 0.000115 for your coin. So the volume is very, very low. And I guess, you know, like I said, if I was to go dump it all right now, the price would be like 0. So very small thing. Rabid pop. We should try it right now. Would that be a fun test? How much, what do you think the price would do if I took 3 million coins right now and just sold it there? I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to do that. I'm holding out for the next node upgrade, which is I'm gonna need 3.8 billion for that. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Let's just take a look. What Pecunia? What do we got here? Pecunia engage. So if we come into here, we have We have to go full screen here. So yeah, we got the full Raptorium node of 1.8 million. Then we got 2 Bitorium nodes that are 1.5 million each. So that's 3 million for the 2 nodes. And they've already paid out. They've been online for 8 days and they've gave out 20,000 Bitorium between the two. So that's not too bad. There's 299 nodes back online. It was about 320, 340. And then all of a sudden, after the recent collateral increase, which was about 8 days ago, so you know this is uptime of 8 days, it dropped down to like 130 nodes. So over half the nodes fell offline. And then obviously, because there's less nodes, that means more rewards per day by quickly upgrading as fast as you could. And then in about 2 months' time, the final increase will happen on Bitorium, and that will be 1.8 million coins per node, which means we're going to have a drop across the node section again. And then, you know, depending on how many people decide, they'll probably have to buy more or something that could cause either a pump in the price where you could get away with selling a whole bunch, or it'll just, you know, people will decide, okay, I don't want to get another full node or something like that. We'll see what happens. Nexa to the moon. Yeah, speaking of Nexa, so the other day I was saying, oh, Nexa's not looking too good anymore. There's too much hash rate on it. So, and then who was it? It was Mindsum 10 was talking about Regal Miner. So I haven't fully tested it, but I did I went through my power with my rigs off and I swapped over the Regal Miner and I did add Zill onto it. And added all that in. So let's go into this. So actually, where are we? So next, I'm using Viper as well. Viper's got everything going on. I like this pool. So Viper has Nexa. That's what I'm utilizing here. And I got some rigs online. I was a little over one. What happened here? Oh, workstation's offline now. That's my 3090. So yeah, I'm like, why do I have stuff there? So, you know, I'm around 850 to a gigahash, depending. Average was, before everything went offline there, around 900. So if I go into my CPU mineable coins here, we go into our GPUs, we're going to have a quick peek here at Dynex. Or not Dynex. I'm used to saying Dynex now. We're going to look at Nexa. Can I zoom in? Maybe you guys can see it better. So here's Nexa. Can you guys see all this? No, you can't really see it. Darn it. All right. So I updated everything just prior to the stream. So we're sitting at, you know, 4016 in the price. Network is about 13.92 terahash. I'm at about 860. I will end up paying about, how much was it? $5.80 in power. I'm actually in the profit of $3 with all my cards. You know, that's not amazing, but that's still $3 of profit. So that's awesome. You know, obviously next price could go down, next price could go up. It's been seeing some huge gains. I also want to kind of add into here, where do I have it? Oh yeah, close to S. So we kind of looked at this previously on how much we are, and with every coin is at all-time highs, we're still down 73% versus what Ethereum used to be. But right now, like, look at Nexa. Nexa's paying out its miners currently. Do I have this adjusted? Yeah, this is at the newest one. 142,000. This is the third largest GPU mineable coin out there. Nexa took over the third largest, larger than Ravencoin. So we got Ethereum Classic is sitting in first place, still is paying out miners $360,000. We got Kaspa took over. It's in second place. Remember, Kaspa and Nexa, they weren't here. Well, they were here. Kaspa just recently went to an exchange prior, but before Ethereum merged and everything, technically these coins weren't really on the radars. And then Kaspa came out. Now we have Nexa came out after all that, but they became the next top 2 coins here. So underneath Ethereum Classic. So we are seeing new coins taking over a lot of, you know, revenue to the miners. We got Ravencoin here in third, then we got Ergo, and it's going to keep dropping down 54,000. And you can see everything else is pretty much done. Now I don't have Flux's halving in here. I got to adjust this for Flux's halving because this is not what it's at currently, but we'll look at that some other time. And then here, you know, I went through it all. And this is what all these coins are at technically when they hit all-time highs. Now, they might have, Nex is actually higher now. As you can see, it's at 142. But even with everything at its all-time high, we're still down like 73% of what Ethereum was paying to miners. If every coin was at their absolute all-time high at the exact same time. So that's crazy to think about still. You know, 2025 is going to be a very interesting time. But we'll see. Dan Ruggs POS, thank you for the $4.99. Can you mine just Zill? I only see it dual mine. Yes, you can mine just Zill. Now keep this in mind. Now when you're just mining Zill, you're obviously going to have your GPUs on and idle. So you're going to want to turn your fans down. Probably won't even want to run your fans if you can shut them off, because fans is one of the least efficient parts of your entire GPU. They use quite a bit more power. Like sometimes like a single fan's like 15 watts. You add it up, it adds up, especially the size of your farms. So you're going to want to shut them off. You're only mining ZIL 1 minute for every couple hours. Now, Crazy Pool actually does have, let's just go down here and have a quick peek here. I just got to find it. They actually have the timer of when it's going to happen. Can't see it there. You can see it here though. So next proof of work window is in 1 hour. But yes, you can set your rigs up so you can adjust so it only mines ZIL. So on your main coin, literally, I guess you would just have to put like 127.1 or something, so it doesn't connect anywhere. Kind of like what we do with LOL miner just for overclocking within HiveOS. You set it up kind of like that for your main coin, and then you have your secondary coin set up as ZIL. Now, I never actually tried this. I'm just talking in theory. So maybe I should actually test this before I say you can, because I don't know, but it kind of makes sense. So you set your main coin up to 127.1 for the IP. It's just won't connect to a pool because there's no pool there. You set your overclocks and everything, yada yada, done. But you set your secondary coin to ZIL and fully set it up. Then when the ZIL window comes, it should in theory point your rigs towards that. Now we should probably test this to see if it actually works, but I don't know. But in theory, it sounds like it would work. I have yet to mine any ZIL. Yeah, well, the ZIL actually, like, I can't even think. Actually, let's just look at this for a second. So we just looked at, for example, the ZIL or ASICs, GPUs. We looked at the Nexa profits. The Nexa profits we're saying about $3. Now you add ZIL onto that, depending what you're doing. Like, let's just look at the rewards. So last month, yesterday, with my Ipollos, I got 20. Now this is before I had any GPU. So 20 ZIL. What's the price of ZIL right now? Let's just look at ZIL price. ZIL price. We'll go to ZIL price here. Coin market cap. I guess we'll go to CoinGecko. Why is it not dark? This is Canadian. I guess I'll put it to USD. Most of you guys from US dollars. Dan Ruggs horse coin, member for 3 months. So doesn't run all the time. I didn't know that. Yeah, well, your GPUs will have to run all the time because they have to be on to know, hey, I gotta move over to ZIL. But ZIL mining is only mining for like 1 minute every couple hours. So that's why it's like mining a dev fee in theory. Actually, maybe even less than a dev fee, but you're actually getting that bonus. So we're going to put 20 ZIL in here. So that's 64 cents right now. So yesterday I made 64 cents. Then if I come in and I actually look at my ETC that I was mining, we got an extra 64 cents on top of everything I made on ETC with all these Ipollos. Now, Ipollos don't seem to perform as well on ZIL as GPU, so we might get a little bit more. I should have used a different address. Maybe one day I actually I'll use different addresses for everything and see what the exact bonus is, but we'll see what happens. But right now, like yesterday, you can see ETC, we got 0.34, whatever that, it says $7.78. Did actually, I gotta go back now. It probably would have just told me what the ZIL was when I clicked on it. Yeah, 64 cents. I guess we didn't have to go through all that. It tells us 64 cents right there. So we didn't have to go through all the CoinGecko things. But yeah, so I got a bonus of 64 cents on top of everything I was mining before. So, it's a nice little bonus added on to what you're really doing. So in theory, if I could get, I guess, an additional 64 cents or maybe 50 cents on top of that $3, that would push that profitability to $3.50 instead of $3.51. And if ZIL pumps, obviously, we're going to get a lot more sometime in the future. Can you mine CFX/ZIL? That's a good question. I'm not sure. Now, as far as I gather it sounds like the latest LOLs and BZ miner, whatever main coins they support, you may be able to force algo and then literally mine ZIL with anything. I think you can do that. You can mine pretty much anything of the main coin they support and dual mine ZIL and stuff with it as well. But I don't know for sure, but I have heard that you can pretty much mine anything with ZIL at this point. And ZIL is a nice bonus. It's different than dual mining like you would with Ergo Caspa or, ETC Caspa, whatever. It's just a 2-minute window where you mine, or a 1-minute window where you mine every couple hours. So you're not actually using both parts of your GPUs, using more power and so on in this case. What's your thoughts on mining with the newer 40 series card? Okay, so we kind of went through this yesterday. When we first seen the RTX 4090 release date, Keaton from HiveOS, he did get that GPU, and we tested it out, and we came to the conclusion that the 4090 was a decent card. It was probably one of the best cards. It was one of the most efficient cards on the market for CASPA and stuff at the time. Now, fast forward today, we got the 4080s, the 4090s. They are the best cards to mine with right now. They're in smaller nanometers. They're newer tech. They're just the more efficient cards. But the issue is obviously you're not making money like you did with Ethereum. People can't go out there and buy 20 cards at a time because they're making $100 a day. So the price is expensive, which is technically cheaper than the 3000 series because the 4090 is actually less than a 3090 when a 3090 released. So they're cheaper, but they're not as sought out. They're not wanted because they're expensive. Versus all the current used GPUs right now, but they are literally the best GPUs to probably be mining with right now. So that's my thoughts. They're very good cards. They're the best cards, but they're expensive, and they're expensive because they're new tech, and they're actually cheaper than when the 3000 came out. But the 3000 came out, Ethereum was around. So it all depends on your speculation. They're great cards. 4090 is great on conceal. 4090 is great on everything. Will 4090 Ti? I don't know about that. I'm assuming it will. Actually, I think I heard a rumor about the 4090 Ti that's supposed to have a new grade. What is it? GDDR6E or someone. I don't think that's what it's called, but there's a faster memory that's coming out, and the rumors are it might be on the 4090 Ti, but I don't know what that memory is. Who knows how hot that's gonna get, but it'll be interesting. They'll release a 4090 Ti for sure. Definitely they will. And like I said, there's rumors that it's going to have faster memory than any GPU currently has had. So it'll be interesting to see what it's like. But, these things are expensive, and I definitely cannot afford one. Now, if I could afford one, would I get one? Yeah, I probably would. But then would I get a 4090 or would I get a CPU? I don't know. Right now is a very difficult time because we don't know how GPU mining will unveil in 2025. We got to keep in the back of our heads, guys. Things may start looking like profitability, but people, 20 cents on a GPU, 10 cents on a GPU or something, 5 cents on a GPU is profitable depending on your power price. But a lot of people, including myself, technically I don't feel that is profitable because, again, if you break a fan or something, that's bad. Yes, I have my rigs on for $3 a day. That's like what, 12, 13, 14? Yeah, I have like 14, 15 GPUs on for only a $3 profit, which is crazy to think about because if, maintenance fees, if something goes down, breaks, and so on, you're going to run into some more issues. So a lot of people don't really consider this as profit. Now, moving into the future, as profitability and prices go up, there's a lot of GPUs that are shut off right now. Just waiting because, everyone's saying, GPU profitability will come back. Just wait for it. So how much hash rate is set to turn back on? We haven't really seen a massive sell-off yet. So there is a lot of hash rate of people just shut off, waiting to turn back on. So, prices and profitability may start looking good for a couple weeks, but once people start turning back on, it's going to dump that. And it's going to be an interesting 2025. I feel GPUs are probably going to be one of the least profitable ways to mine crypto in the next bull run. I think 2029 will be a different story. We're going to have new gens, new tech, people falling off because 2025 may not look too hot. So they're going to probably end up quitting. And 2029 may be the reborn of the GPU mining because we're going to have like 5, 6, generations worth of GPUs coming out by that time and so on. So it's going to be interesting moving forward. So right now, what do? Do you get GPUs? Because the 3000 series, in theory, could be falling off the network. But then again, will these proof of useful work coins, will they take off? And will they be utilizing, older, more memory and intensive type of GPUs, kind of like Dynex is doing, where all it cares about is really the memory you have, not the speed of the GPU. So it's going to be interesting, very interesting times. Solar panel and mining is the way now. Solar panels is definitely a good way to go about it, especially if you're in Europe or something. You'll benefit a lot more. Myself, I still don't think I'd benefit too much. I'd obviously benefit from it. But for me, like when I look at solar, yes, you can offset. But I feel either if you're going for solar, I want 100% offset or nothing. I still don't want to have to pay a power bill if I have to pay a solar bill. Yes, you can get a lot of used parts and stuff, do it all yourself. But then if you run into issues and stuff like that, you may not be able to get any type of insurance or something like that. So it'll be interesting. Scroll up, LOL. What? Scroll up? Scroll up where? Vincent. Where are we scrolling up to? Scrolling up to where? Where do I gotta scroll up to? You said scroll up. Vincent Gallo, what are you speaking of? Nuclear, yeah, nuclear would be nice. You need like 200-watt panels at least, as inverter is more expensive. 200-watt panels, no, that's way old stuff. Like right now, the majority of panels are around 480 watts. Now I'm sure it's otherwhere, but I was looking at Canadian Solar. They actually have 780-watt panels. 780 watts. Most people are running 450, 480. You're getting double, almost double of, on a 780 than you would that, which means less space, more efficiency, and so on. So obviously you want to go with the biggest panels you can find, but then they also come with newer tech and bigger price tags. But yeah, to my question. Oh, scroll up to your question. All right, I'm scrolling up to look for your question. Scrolling to Vincent, where are you? Red Putts right there. Scrolling back up. Vincent, Red Putts. Yep, keep skipping me. Oh, at RabidMining right here. So what is the go-to CPU? 3900, 3950, 5900, 7900, and miner for Diro. What is open source? What is not? And how much revenue do they make today? So that's an interesting question. So as for the best CPU, it goes down to, I guess, the price. You could probably build 2 or 3 rigs if you can find nice used deals with a 3 or 5000 series versus a 7000 series. But the 7000 series are a way better CPU. They're the newest gen. They're the most efficient. You can rock them overclocks. Not even their base clock is 4.5 gigahertz. That freaking, you can run that under 1 volt, where you're running 39 and 5900X, 5950, 3950 at like 3.6 to 3.7, at 0.97. So it's crazy. You can run it up. Actually, the 7950X, I had it down to about a little over 4 gigahertz and 0.9 volts. So it's an insanely efficient thing. It gets a lot of hash. So, best CPU would be your 7000 series. Price to performance would be in your 3 and 5, depending which one you can find. Now, as for Diro miners themselves, I think, are they all closed source? I think the normal one is open source, but everything else is closed source. I'm not sure. So there's the original Diro miner, the CPU mining calculator. The stats are based on the original because we had it kind of going up for Diro before I was doing my testing. So the first miner that released on Diro was it Diro Plus, and it was getting twice the hash rate, or 80% or something, which is what Uranus and Astrominer, Astrominer, whatever they're called now, is getting. So I tested that. I literally rented 2 VPSs before I had to pool up. One of the VPSs is the pool now, but I rented 2 VPSs. And I ran 2 separate nodes. I used the original Diro miner on one node with 6 rigs, and I used Diro Plus with 6 rigs on the other. So Diro Plus was reporting the same hash rate we're getting now with Uranus and stuff at 10,500, where we were only getting 6 kilohash with the normal Diro miner. But the normal Diro miner was finding more blocks by doubling the blocks found, which means you're doubling your profitability than this other miner that was 80%. Now, Diro Plus says since this information has came out, no one's using it anymore. Obviously, it's a dead miner, but I think it's still out there floating around somewhere. But it also had a 10% dev fee, where the normal Diro miner had a 0%. So moving on, we went into the Uranus miner. I did the same testing with that one, and the Uranus miner at the 80% increase in hash, 3% dev fee now, does find the blocks. It finds twice as many blocks as the original Diro miner. So it is finding the blocks and doing everything it should on, the hash rate. Now, the interesting thing with Diro Plus, which is no longer around, hopefully I didn't lose anyone here, is when you're on a pool, and I started spreading a lot of conspiracy theories with this one, but when you're on a pool with Diro Plus, people with Diro Plus were actually getting paid for the hash rate and shares it was sending. It was sending the shares, but for some reason, it could not find any blocks if you were solo mining, which was interesting, which means it was robbing people blind on the pools and making the pools actually earn less because it wasn't finding those blocks. But it was the pools were paying out that miner based on the shares that it was sending, and it was getting paid on pools for that. So pools that had people using Diro Plus, because people just look at hash rate. Oh, this has better hash rate. This must be the better miner. We're robbing everyone else on the pool, and the pool was losing because of it. So, you know, I brought this information to light. People did whatever they wanted to do with it. We no longer have Duro Plus anywhere. Now we have the Uranus miner, and it is performing as it should. After that, the latest miner that has been released for Duro is AstroMiner, and Astro BW2, I think it's called now. I have not tested that yet. I tried it for a couple minutes. Its hash rate was slightly above Uranus miner, but I did notice like a 20-30% increase in power at the wall. My entire farm, when I turned it on to your Astrobot, I actually went up like 300 or 400 watts. I was like, okay, no thanks, I don't want this. And then I never really did fully test it to see how many blocks it'd find. I'd have to rent a whole nother VPS and do everything, and I can't afford that right now. So I'm still using the Uranus miner, which I feel is the best miner so far, and it uses less power than the Astrobot until I actually get the chance to fully test it. So hopefully that answers your question. Anyway, so what do we got going on here? So I'm still mining Magic Coin. Retro Mike says all this Duro talk has my head spinning. Oh, that's crazy. You need the newest inverter. That is smart. It will give you solar power when you use miners, and it lowers your wattage to the grid. Won't get it, or your grid panel might start burning. Uranus is the way to go. Red Putz likes it when we talk about the Uranus miner. Oh my gosh. Do we have any more ats? Any more questions? What are we talking about? What's going on? Is there anything we should look at? Anything else pumping? I know Conflux is on the way up again. AstroMiner went into deep space. Yeah, and it sure burnt a lot of power to get there too. Yeah, it has a different GitHub now. People were talking about that in Discord. Hey, if you guys aren't a member of the Discord, join the Discord. Link should be in the description there somewhere. And get in on all the action. Yeah, so AstroMiner, yes, has a different GitHub. Something about the name was too close to something else, and that's why I was kind of I can't remember what it's called, but I think they renamed it to the Astro BWT, which the BWT is kind of like the name of the Duro algorithm. You joined the Discord, awesome. How about water cooling your CPU rigs? You can definitely water cool it, but you know you guys got to remember, like when you're dealing with mining, like, we're not here to make the things look as pretty as we possibly be and get the most high-tech parts. We're crypto miners, guys. We want to get as much hash as we can, as efficient as we can, and as cheap as we can. So what I mean by that is you see a lot of people, they go around and they're buying these huge fans and all this stuff and all this extra money that you don't need. And that's just adding to your ROI. Like a lot of people don't calculate this stuff in their ROIs. So you have all these fans, that's using more power. That's doing, you know, whatever. Or you're getting all these fancy little screens or something for your mining rigs. That's more money going into your mining rig. You want to run this as cheap as you possibly can. Seriously, as miners, you know, we're looking for Lambos, but we're cheap as, we're cheap. You know, am I right? Come on. You gotta build your rig as cheap as you possibly can. And that's where the AIOs kind of come in. Also, I don't recommend the AIOs for CPU mining. Here's why. So think about hot tub. How does a hot tub work? You're circulating the water through the heater. In this case, a CPU is the heater. You're circulating that water. And over time, yes, you have rads and rad fans and so on, but water moves temperatures and stuff faster than air. It's obvious. This is why they're a better cooler, but they're set for voltage spikes, gaming, and so on, stuff like that. They move the heat out quicker. But over time, if you're running a miner 24/7 and never reset it, you will eventually overheat unless you have you know, oversized rad fans and all this stuff. But most people looking at rads are probably thinking, you know, we're going to get an AIO or something, 360, 240, whatever. So eventually over time, you're going to slowly increase the temperature in that water, and eventually it won't cool your CPU anymore, and you'll run into an overheating issue, which is why air is better for long-term use and mining in general. Plus, we're underclocking, undervolting like we do with our GPUs. So you're not even running that hot anywhere. I'm running a freaking $20 cooler on my 5950X, and it runs around 65 to 70 degrees. That's just fine. It's a $20 Thermaltake cooler. You may have seen that video on it. I did like, will this tame a 5950X? That's a Thermaltake crappy $20 cooler I found. I was like, you know, I'm going to try this and test it because things don't get that hot when you're mining, especially if you're underclocking and undervolting correctly. You don't need anything expensive. So back to the point, us as miners, we're cheap and we just want to get everything as cheap as we can. That way it reduces the ROI and increase the profits. I'll show you the cooler. Where is that little thermal take thing? Okay, you know what? Let me see. I'm gonna go into here. I'm just gonna look up. I'm gonna look up my channel in the background here, and I'll try to find that video for you guys. Let's see. $20 cooler. See if this pops up. This cooler really worked, budget friendly. Yeah, there we go. Look at this. Right here. This guy right here. Oh, can't see it. No, don't go on it. See this? The top one. $20 cooler really worked, budget friendly. Can this $20 cooler tame a 5950X? And I still have it on. I still have that on. It's that little thermal take thingamajigger. Now, depending, if you live in a desert, you're obviously not going to go out there and use this cooler. You're not going to need it. My ambient temp is anywhere between 25, actually minus, not quite minus, is maybe about 5 degrees Celsius. 2 in the summertime, I get to about, it could get to 35, 40 degrees, and it was fine. So that's the cooler I use on the 5950X. It's cheap. I am looking into other options. I plan on trying out multiple coolers. I've been contacting a lot of companies saying, hey, can I try a cooler? Can I try a cooler? And, well, no one answers me because, you know, we're not Linus or J2 Cents here, but I'm trying to get more. But I bought that one. I tried it. It works. It's still on my 5950X, and I have no issues with it. Yeah, air is better for the rigs. That is true. Yeah, I really highly suggest if you're going to build a CPU miner rig, use an air cooler. It's cheaper and it's better. 5950X is a tank, 90 years straight. Yeah, well, AMD says the 3 and 5000 series is good up till 95 Cs. They say they're at their working temperature is 95 C. So technically anything under that is good. And you said you've been going for over a year at 90 C. It's been going good. I don't even know what all my temps really are anymore. But yeah, that one, I do check on it sometimes. And it's usually around the 65 to 70 degrees mark. But, you know, it's keeping it cool. Nothing's going down on it. And it's working. It's $20. Uses less power. I think it's only like 2,500 RPM fan on that thing. And it kind of matches the default 3000 series Ryzen ones too, the Prism. So, you know, that's also an added bonus. So the market will go to recession now. No idea what's going on. Obviously, there's a lot of talk about the recession thing happening. Will it happen? Probably. What will happen at that point? No idea. You know, everyone says, you know, crypto hasn't really seen a recession, but, you know, recession is really like, I don't know how to, I don't want to get into it too much without getting censored. So, you know, it's going to do what its thing is to do, is to reduce spending and doing all this stuff. Obviously, the rich people keep making more money in one of these situations because everything is geared towards the rich people. So, you know, they'll go that way. So Bitcoin and stuff, they say, you know, it hasn't really seen a recession. What's going to happen? So the whole point of all this is deflationary and everything. Crypto value usually keeps going up. Fiat value keeps going down. We could see crypto actually emerge stronger because of a recession than this. So there's two different ways to look at it. Everyone's looking at the negatives. We don't know what may happen. This may make crypto even stronger than before. So we'll see. It'll be interesting times for sure. You know, if everything sets in motions that way. So we'll see what happens. Keep in mind, you know, mainstream media is going to be telling you a lot of different things about it, but we know what's really going on there. I also think the same thing. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Hello. Hey, awesome ASI. What's going on? RabidMining, is a 4090 really worth it? On most algos, it is only slightly better than a 3090. That's what I mean. I don't know. It is currently the best GPU in theory for mining, but it comes down to the price. It's expensive. Where's hash rate NO here? Let's just take a look. So let's see what they're saying here. So let's just see. It's making 91 cents after, you know, on profit right now. Looks like the 4080 is 47 cents. You know, it's almost, that's technically the 4090 is twice as profitable as any other GPU out there by the looks of things. Look at this. It's the top GPU. Its profit is 91 cents after power based on hash rate NO. One day I need to find me a nice programmer that works for free. Just kidding. Eventually, you know, if things come around, things go good. But I want to turn the RabidMining website legitly into like these type of things. I want to put in an ASIC miner value. I want to put in, you know, this hash rate NO stuff. Like I wanted to turn it into, you know, coin market cap, your heat maps, pretty much a one-stop shop for all us miners to use as a tool. And that's a work in progress. It's going to take years for me to figure out how to do all that, but eventually that's what I'm trying to transform RabidMining.com into, is a one-stop shop for anything crypto related. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, yeah, the 4090 is looking like 91 in profit. Now let's just look at other coins right after it. We got Dynex is profit of 69 cents. We got Radiant is 62 cents. Alephium is looking like 56, 47, 45, 32. So there's profit to be had with the 4090. But again, this thing is just so expensive. Well, it's Canadian, it's $2,000, but the 3090 was like $2,500 for the Founders Edition. So, it's still cheaper. Let's look at other GPUs. Let's look at what's the 3070 even looking at? That was the sought out the card. Remember previously everyone was talking about the 3070 is the best card you're ever going to want, most efficient, dominant. It's not even in the top 20 here for GPUs currently. That's crazy to think about. Here it is. It's right here. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 at A5000, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's in 18th place. The RTX 37 is in 18th place in terms of profitability. Okay, anyway, it looks like first place is Conflux, profit of 10 cents. Now that 10 cents is coming in at obviously a $1,800 reduction in price to get this GPU. So I guess you could buy 5 or 6 of these for, I guess 3 or 4 of these for the same price. So you'll be getting about 40 cents. You know what? Price to dollar, price to performance, the 4090 is probably going to get you more than if you were to look up a 3090 for like $200 or a 3070. So that's kind of interesting to think about. That's yeah. This is looking for some interesting video ideas. Anyway, so yeah, the 4090 though, it just went down. It's at 77 cents. Something must have happened on Nexa. Something must have happened. But no, for the 4000 series, obviously they're good cards. They're just coming with the brand new price tag. CFX uses so much power. Yeah, that's true. And like you go to what to mine here, I don't know what exact hash rates are, but we can see like Conflux is what? 6x, 7x, but it's still negative 2 cents at current values. Current profit, current value is 11 cents per kilowatt hour. Based on a 3070, we're still losing 2 cents after power. And Conflux went up like freaking 5, 6x. So it's still not looking too hot. It's not going to cover my power, even if I sold at the high. That's probably also due to the fact that, as you know what happens, we all know what happens with pumps. Let's see here. What's the hash rate at? Hash rate follows price because everyone thinks it's a good idea. Look at that, 8.6. Difficulty spikes up there, 8.6. So there you go. A lot of people think it's a good idea. Now, in Rabid's mind, this is what I do. I'd be like, hey, you know what? There's a lot of hash rate going on the Conflux, and it's still not even profitable with this 6x. Where did that hash rate come from? Now, this could also be, maybe it didn't come from anywhere. Maybe some people are finally turning back on. That could be an option. Or we find a coin to see where difficulty is kind of dropping and maybe the profitability is picking up over there. For example, we see Radiant is actually in the 1 cent profitable, where a couple days ago it was actually in the negative still. So maybe a bunch of Radiant hash rate or Caspa hash rate migrated over, because Caspa pumped at 1 cent there, a little over. Now it's back down below a cent. So, Radiant and Caspa may have lost some hash rate moving over to Conflux. So all these people in Conflux thinking it's the best thing to do because the price went up are losing, because now they just made these 2 coins worth more. So, it's just a different way to look at crypto. I don't follow the pumps when it comes to moving my hash rate somewhere. If you don't already have the coins when the hash rate hits, you missed out. Don't move to the coin because it pumped, because it's probably going to drop soon. What do we got here? Kazuma X, thank you very much for the 10 euros. Rabid crypto was made to avoid recession. The issue was the USD interest made the USD more valuable and deflationary, which crypto like BTC is affected, negative, and rich got scared, pulled the market down. Yeah, very true. Very, very true. For sure. Obviously, the rich control everything. There's nothing we can do about that because they have the deepest pockets. They can do what they want, and we can't. We're just trying to get ahead. And it's very rough times, especially me. It's very rough times. Game of smoking down. Yeah, maybe let's take a look at Flux hash rate. You know, when did Conflux start pumping? About what, 3-4 days ago? Let's take a look at Flux hash rate. Flux hash rate, bounce up, get in here. It didn't really, well, obviously it went down after the halving, but it hash rate over the week, it didn't drop. So Flux isn't seeing hash rate loss due to Conflux by the looks of things here. RabidMining, will RXD price recover? I have no idea. Like I said, I don't follow blockchains really. I kind of look to what's average. Now I look to see what's maintaining price, what's kind of growing in price and so on. And then you kind of get an idea of values. Now, I do mine a little bit here and there. I look at hash rates. I see what's low. And if the yields look like they're picking up on something and might be worthwhile, then I might move to something and start spec mining it. And then I'll move to something else, because you're gonna want the coins when the pump happens. You don't move to something when the pump happens, because that's, like I said, you're gonna miss out. All those people going to Conflux probably gonna miss out on something else, because you need the coins already in hand for a pump. And then when something usually pumps like that, like look at Flux there a couple of weeks ago, and it shot up and everyone's like, okay, I'm holding, this thing's going to the moon. It's not. Bitcoin goes up 2%, something goes up 15, 20%. It's not going to last. I sold my coins, not financial advice, but I sold my coins when that happened, when everyone was saying hodl. And then, you know, obviously it dropped, and then I bought back in. I made a whole bunch of extra coins because I did that. So that's kind of how I'm playing 2023. I'm looking for whatever pumps lots, not just small pumps, you know, 4 or 5%, not really that. But something really shoots off and I have the tokens, I'm going to sell it. And then I'm just going to wait for it to dip, because it's not going to last. Things that pump up very, very fast over a day or two, it doesn't last long. BTC was made to help poor countries and have advantages over USD inflation. The more money that they print, the more value of BTC comes. The more inflation occurs, the more BTC value pumps. Very, very true. And a lot of things going on. Bitcoin, like I said, Bitcoin was originally intended to obviously overthrow the traditional money system. And that's what's coming on about it. Now, remember, when I look at crypto, there's a lot of different ways. Now, obviously, Flux is doing great things with their nodes, trying to compete AWS. The network as a whole is doing something totally different. And that's why people are drawing to in it. And they're hoping for this decentralized other world that could be created from it. That's a great thing. And Flux will see big price movements from it. But me looking at crypto personally, and I know a lot of people ask, why is Dogecoin so good? We talked about this in previous streams, but I see other people, why is Dogecoin doing what it's doing? It's never going to go back up. It's never going to do this. But Dogecoin, whether you can believe it or not, is leaps in terms of crypto, is ahead of majority of the coins. Now, why do I say this? Now, I never used to be a Dogecoin person. I'm technically still not, but I can see what's going on there. They have a huge army and everything following now. Massive Dogecoin following is happening across it. But when I look at crypto, it comes down to what crypto was intended to do. And the original purpose was to be used to purchase goods. So Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, these coins that are actually being able to buy stuff at stores and vendors, that's what crypto was intended to do. Mining crypto to pretty much print your own money. We talk about the feds and everyone doing it all the time. That's what you're doing with crypto as a miner. You just got to, obviously get enough hash rate and be able to do it and cover your power costs. But that's what you're doing. That's what crypto's intended use was. And that's why Dogecoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin, and other coins that are doing this and are actually getting implemented and adoption for actually purchasing real items, that's where I find the value in the crypto. And those are why I like those coins that are doing that. So yeah, that's what I look at. Just my 2 cents. You can disagree with me. You can agree with me. I don't know. Let me know. What do you guys think about that? Is that what you think? That's why I think Dogecoin is going to do great, because a lot of these vendors, like what are those? Coin, pay something, pay coin this and that, where you can just implement on your website and stuff. They accept Dogecoin and it auto converts it. You send Dogecoin, you can buy stuff. A lot of these merch stores, normal stores, and some countries in general implement this technology, and you can literally buy anything with these tokens. So that's where I feel the value of crypto really is. Why let the government hold a printer? Everyone has. Yeah, it's true. We all technically have our own printers. We do. You just got to look into it. And that's just why I feel those coins are going to do very well moving into the next bull run. And that's kind of why I'm looking at the miners for these type of tokens. Now, Bitcoin obviously is the big daddy of them all. But to actually mine it, plus with the future halvings, yeah, the price is going to go up. But the power of these miners I'm better off obviously with L7s, or 2023 might be the year of some new script miners releasing this year, and so on. So we're going to look into something like that for Dogecoin, Litecoin, and other things. But I feel the value is in the coins that you can literally use and not have to use fiat. And Dogecoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin and stuff, they do utilize this in this way. Commodities, BTC, LTC, gold, silver. Yes?
Are you almost done?
I don't know.
Oh, it's a... I don't know what time it is.
It's almost 12. Okay. All right. Where were we here? Trent Adams, I wouldn't volunteer that info. I actually have a 6600s. I'm afraid to send both in because the warranty doesn't cover crypto mining. You don't have to say you're a crypto miner. Say you're playing some game and it just blew up. Remember what happened? Remember when all the EVGAs were blowing up, courtesy of whatever game it was, overramping the fans or something. I can't remember what that was. But yeah, fiat. I'm a Ford man. Trent Adams, just send them. Commodities, BTC, LTC, gold, silver. All right. So do we have any more questions? Does anyone agree or disagree with what I mentioned about volume? Doge is BTC forward, so the more inflation currency has, the more Doge is valuable. Yeah. You are right, but there is mechanism in mining that most don't understand. Yeah, for sure. Like, I plan on doing that video because seriously, there's a couple ways why you mine crypto. Like, one, there's obviously your spec mining for a pump for Lambos. That's probably why most people are mining cryptos. They want that pump. They want those Lambos. Other people mine crypto because it's a hobby. It's fun. You're getting a little extra passive income on the side, and who knows what could happen. And then there's like number 3, where it's my situation. It's kind of like sustainability. I'm not really holding, like, I got some coins, obviously, I hope will go up, and I slowly, any extra I get, I do buy them, and I fill up a node or whatever. Raptorium's one of the ones I'm holding and hoping it does great in the future. But for most of my coins, like, I mine and I sell them, and I use them for groceries. I use them for paying power bills. I use them for paying my mortgage. Even the last 2 months, I covered my mortgage payments with my crypto being mined with my CPUs and stuff. So, like, I mine for sustainability, and other people say, oh, that might not be profitable, or you're only making 80 cents a day with that rig or something. Yeah, but you start stacking up rigs, 80 cents plus 80 cents plus 80 cents plus 80 cents, 80 cents. Eventually, you're making $30, $40 a day. And then if crypto starts pumping, like, the CPUs have been going strong through the whole bear run. And if, a lot of the coins have actually been staying fairly stable, like Dero. It hasn't really dropped that much. Yeah, it hit $23, but then it dropped, but it hasn't been going up, down, or down and just crashing to nothing. It's been hanging out around the $5 to $6 Canadian mark throughout this whole bear market, and the future is looking massively bright for it. So obviously, extra coins I have is going to go up quite a bit in value, and then so will profitability when mining. So I'm stacking up these rigs and so on. But this is what I look at. I look at hash rates. I see what things are going, efficiencies of miners, and what's going to make me more per day, so that I can use, technically, like I said, printing your own money. That's why I mine crypto. I believe in crypto. I'm using it for its intended purpose to bypass pretty much everything, and it's literally what got me through pandemic and stuff. It wasn't YouTube earnings at all. Zero, because it's not making much at all. Zero. So everything is coming from mining and so on. That's me. That's why I mine crypto. And it's totally different than other people. And that's why I do say I run as efficient. I don't mine anything that can't cover the power, because then I can't afford to mine or do anything. So, I'm really picky and I'm really sticky on my mining stuff, but that's just me. All right, what do we got? Get a river and put a generator driller. It works. Even fish go inside and don't die. Generators like Hydra kill fish. Is it cool to pay groceries and gas with crypto? It is cool. Yeah, it is. It is cool, huh? It's awesome. It's feel about. And like I said, and we're very early into crypto adoption. Obviously, like, you know, some people, those things happen all the time. But like, I sometimes go around. So I never did I thought about doing a video one day. Say, hey, have you heard of Bitcoin? Have you heard of cryptocurrencies? Have you heard of this? But you know, every once in a while, you know, sometimes when I'm paying for stuff, I'm like, I just paid for that with Bitcoin. I paid for that with Ethereum or whatever. And they're like, what? What's that? I'm like, never mind. You know, like I don't say anything, but it's funny. There's a lot of people that have no idea what this stuff is. So we are very early. And I think it's going to be funny. I should do that one day and just walk around town, go to town one day and say, do you know what Bitcoin is? Do you know cryptocurrencies? And see what people say. I think that would make a cool video, but we'll see what happens. Did you get a Litecoin card? No, it's not available in Canada. I don't. I have the crypto.com card. I use that. Now, oh, that reminds me. I don't know. I was going through some trading stuff and the app of crypto.com is crazy expensive. And then I started using MEXC and it was like super cheap. I'm like, okay, I'm not using this anymore. So I have been dabbling. That past couple of days I've actually been moving, which I should have done a long time ago, but I've been moving everything that possibly I could onto my ledger and, you know, the Tangent and all sorts of things. And then I've been sliding on over to MEXC and using their trading platform. And it's a lot cheaper in fees. So I've been doing that and I go that. And then when I want to actually sell and use my Visa, or if I want to, you know, sell and get it straight to my bank account, I do use crypto.com for that. I find that's probably one of the easiest ways in Canada. I can just, you know, hit a couple buttons, say I want $200 on my Visa, done. Go order something from Amazon, go to the grocery store, or if I want fiat, I just sell it for cash. And then when I do the e-transfer, it takes like 20 to 25 minutes and it's in my bank account. So I do utilize crypto.com for obviously its intended purpose. These are exchanges, not banks. Hold your own crypto within your own wallets, move to these other ones. But I just want to point out the fees from trading on the crypto.com app are completely retarded. I did that. I learned that with the SIA coin when I said things were pumping and things are going down. I had like $108 or something of SIA coin. It's not very much. It was like what, 13,800 coins or something. And I sold it. And then I had like $94. I was like, what the heck? I put it in the USDT and I lost like $15, $20 on the trade. It's like, this is insane. So I really had to wait for it to dip to get it back. And I ended up with extra coins. But then, you know, I started doing that on MEXC and stuff. And I was like, I was only losing like maybe, you know, 50 cents, $1 on my trades. I was like, holy crap, this is retarded. So yeah, I quit using the crypto.com app for any trading. And I only use it if I'm trying to pull out like fiat or something. It was crazy. And some of you guys are asking me, why have I been using? Because I've been saying, I've been posting on Twitter and stuff, you know, MEXC, yada, yada, yada. But I'm legitly using it because it is freaking cheap compared to other, you know, a lot of places. Binance is cheap too. I don't, for some reason, I'm just not comfortable using Binance for anything. So I don't use them. I don't support them. That's just me though. But I am using that one. It's pretty much the exact same dashboard as well. Is it written MEXC? Yeah, I have a link for that in the description if you want to try it out. But yeah, MEXC, I like it. It's not an ad. I just wanted to bring that up though. Like, I don't know if any of you guys have been using that, but I saw what reminded me is a post popped up in my head from Reddit there from last week, I think. Or actually, no, it was a post and people reporting how crypto.com fees were like, they're noticing like 50%, 30%, 40% of their trades, they were losing on their trades. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is actually, I thought I was the only one or I was doing something wrong or something. And then I started trying this and I was like, okay, yeah, that's retarded. Moving on. I just want a comfortable life where power is not an issue and rigs can run for free. And then the extra goes towards the other things in my home. Yeah, no doubt. That's all of our dream, huh? Free power. Mine crypto, no worries. That'd be awesome. What time you stream till? I don't know. It's always random. Usually about an hour, but sometimes it goes 2 hours. Sometimes it goes 3 hours. We just go until my throat gets sore, which actually kind of already is. I'm skating the other day. But yeah, we have been live for about an hour now. So usually if the questions start slowing down, we'll wrap it up or we'll just keep on going for a little bit more. Power, 25,000 property with a 180 million river coastline, 0.72 hectares. Nice. Now that the SEC is is out for blood. All altcoins are under pressure. Yeah, what's the whole story with that? What's going on? I noticed a lot more people are talking about the what's going on with the whole POS, not POS, but staking. Now, at first, like I said, we mentioned it before. At first, depending where you look, it sounds like, staking might be on the, what's it called? Staking would be on the side where, only the exchange platform staking they're going to ban in the US. Then it turns into, all staking. They don't want any staking going on in the United States at all. So I don't know what's actually coming across of what. I have seen other people. Wendy O was saying the same thing about all staking as well. So is it all staking completely? It doesn't matter. Proof of stake, exchange staking, all of it. Is it all USA based gone? Is that what's going to be happening? Or is it just, the exchange stuff? Like I still don't know the full information on what's going on here. But if it hit completely everything, that would run into issues for Ethereum. As we know, most of the nodes are in the US on Amazon. Now, obviously, people can pull out. There's no withdrawals yet. That's happening in March, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens then. But you can go to other platforms. Obviously, they can go to Hetzler and all these other things. And, they can take nodes on other parts of the world. But, the main base camp, if they're going to use AWS, is situated in the US. Even though there's side chains of it, I think if they said, hey, Tim Bako, not Tim Bako, I'm thinking Ethereum now, whatever the Amazon guy's name is, hey, we want all operations shut down worldwide. Technically, I think they would have to follow suit if it got to go to that far in that level. But I don't know. We'll see. It's crazy. There's going to be a lot of crazy stuff going on. Can you do a video on setting up a Dynix node? I plan on looking into that sometime here soon. So yeah, I'll do one sometime once I get it figured out. I still got to go through my USB link here and do a video on how that thing mines. And then I want to install Linux into it and go through a bunch of node things and stuff. Destroying BTC is like destroying the internet. Yeah, they're never going to destroy BTC. That'll never happen. But like I said, the staking thing's the interesting part. If that unveils. Now, I don't know. Like, there's been a lot of talk, what if Ethereum moves back to proof of work? Will it? Most likely 99% no. They went through a long time planning and working to get this thing to POS. But you never know. If government regulations go against everything they're for, there could be that chance. Maybe they'll go a 50-50 split. We have no idea. But that would be very interesting if that actually happened. But yeah, I doubt it's going to. Rabid is such a thing as Raven node. Yes. Okay, let's think about this. Every coin, everything has a node. Everything runs off nodes. All the mining pools, they're a node. Ravencoin nodes, yes, you can run them. Now, where I think a lot of people kind of get mixed up here is they're thinking of smart nodes or master nodes versus a node. So a smart node, a master node, these are chains where the background, their nodes are doing something. And because of it, you're getting compensated by staking within it because you're validating a node or you're validating transactions or something. That's the smart nodes, master nodes, because you're getting something. Now, with Raven nodes, Dynix nodes, Monero nodes, normal nodes, everything runs on. That's the blockchain. You're running a node. Blockchain runs through it. It's talking to all the other nodes. That's how everything's kind of running. Miners are mining to these nodes. A mining pool, all a mining pool is a node with a different connection stratums to that node so miners can connect to it and mine. That's all a mining pool is. It's people on a dashboard pointing to a node together as one. That's what's going on here. So if you run a Ravencoin node, obviously it helps decentralization. I got a Monero node. It's not running right now, but I got one when I try my solo mining and stuff. I got a hook through my ledger. It runs my own wallet. It's totally nothing in the public. It's on my own. And that's it. So when I want to check my wallet and stuff, I can fire up my node, do my transactions, mine to it if I want to solo mine, and that's it. Your own node. So that's what nodes are. Everything has a node, but a lot of people confuse a node with something like a Flux Cumulus node or a Raptorium Smart node or a whatever master node, Furo master node, and so on. So there's a difference between the two. They won't the locked up ETH. It's that simple. They won't unlock the locked up ETH. It'll be interesting. We'll see what happens in March. March is going to be a key deadline. You know what? It's going to be delayed probably because we know how this all operates. But so far, it sounds like March. I think they're going to be doing it. Russian billionaires are building miners in Kazakhstan. Yeah, Russia's going pretty big into the mining situation right now for sure. For sure. Eth will be locked forever. Biggest rug pull. I have news for Eth. It's super bad. You have news for Eth? What is it? Kazuma, we're interested to hear about what you got for some news there. You always got a lot of news. Let's see what. So yeah, Eth is political. Oh, that's obvious. Of course, it's politically controlled. All the big guys are into it. Vitalik is probably Biden's son. Just kidding. Any news about those Locotech hash blades? Been very quiet lately. We talked about it a bit yesterday. So a key point for the Locotechs will be in April. April is when they're supposed to be publicly displaying the ASIC chip on a USB drive to showcase the efficiency of how well those chips will do. And remember, the hash blade is pretty much the same as that, except it's going to have a whole bunch of these chips on it being super efficient. So they're supposed to be displaying their chip. And if they do end up displaying their chip in April, then within about 6 months or something, I believe everything is supposed to go in production shortly after that. And then within 6 months, the hash blades actually should begin like shipping and stuff. In theory, that's what I gather out of the last email the guy sent me, but we'll see what happens. I'll email blah, blah, blah. I'll email him back here actually maybe today or something. And if I do get any updated information, I'll release a video or something and talk about it, but we'll see what happens. But as far as I know right now, April is a key date where we'll get to see the efficiencies of these ASIC chips. And then after that, they should release, sometime by the end of the year here, if it all is actually happening. They'll make it illegal and go for Coinbase. And man, I'm trying to invest in some, but all coins have flaws that SEC will exploit. Yeah, for sure. Don't they have to have same DAG size? What about ETH algo merge mining? I kind of understand theoretically, but all algos have different DAG sizes. Yeah, I don't know how that whole merge mine is going to work. Like you mentioned it the other day as well. ETF, which is Justin Sun's coin, recently it sounds like he just forked Dogecoin, and he is going to be having ETF plus whatever the heck this Dogecoin fork is merged mine together on Ethash. Now, this is his coin, both ends of it. Keep that in mind. So he can probably sync everything up so that it's supposed to work the way it is. I just have no idea how merge mining works. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. He's probably just trying to draw more people into ETF or something because it hasn't really been doing too well. But who knows? Will it work? Will it not work? It all depends. Will this Dogecoin fork do anything? Will it fail? We don't know. But it does sound like ETF will be merge mining with a Dogecoin fork eventually, whenever that all plays out. It is curious. You sound Canadian while Panda sounds like a... What? Oh, geez. Side note, ETC network doesn't gaff BTC. Oh, I just had a massive sneezing fit. That's crazy. ShakePay, do you use it? No, I have not used it. Now I'm trying to. There's a lot now. I don't want to say anything wrong here. So Camrose is, I can't remember, an hour from here. There's someone on the news there that got scammed on ShakePay. Now I don't know. It's probably a scam ShakePay version. I've never used ShakePay, but they were on the news and they said they use ShakePay and they got scammed out of X amount of dollars, and don't use ShakePay. It's just a scam thing or something. So I don't know the full background went on there, if it was legitly ShakePay that did the scamming, or if this guy actually, clicked on an email or something and it was a fake ShakePay that he was using. So I never used the platform, so I don't even know how it works. But that was on the news that ShakePay was a scamming used operation. So I don't know. 100. I have made like 150 from just shaking my phone every day. Nice. You should probably pull it out just in case something happens. ETH is the fork of ETC. That is true. Very, very true. Side note, ETC network doesn't gaff at BTC. It's all out. He did roll back before as lost coins. The pirate, what are we talking about? Probably buys a lot of Doge forks. A lot of Doge forks the chain to double his coins and dumps on the market. That's, you know, that's a good scenario as well, because I do believe, what is it? There's supposed to be some type of airdrop for it too, and I can't remember. But yeah, you know, you keep forking a coin, airdropping yourself a crap ton of coins. That could be a scenario that he's doing as well. That's a very good point. Am I worried? Not really. So far everything's been okay, but never know. Something could happen sometime. We'll see. I did once, no problem. ShakePay pays for your HiveOS. Awesome, awesome. That's a good way to get free HiveOS, I guess. BitConnect. You're going to sleep. Your brain can't contain any more research. Over 60 coins on CoinMarketCap have flaws. The only 2 passed. Also, Rabid, be careful what you mine. Everyone be safe. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Go have a good sleep and relax. And that's very true, guys. Everyone, you always got to be careful. That's why I always say, you know, a lot of coins get mad at me because when a new coin comes, I say, be careful. It could be a scam, whatever. And then, you know, right away I'm getting messages from everybody saying, oh, you call this a scam, blah, 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 blah. You know what? I say that about everything. Any new coin that comes out, don't let the devs try to tell you how legit their coin is. What dev in their right mind is literally going to say, yeah, sorry, we're trying to rug pull you, but please stay on our coin for now. They're not going to say that. So treat every new coin like it's a potential scam or rug pull. Be very careful. Be very safe. Let the coin prove itself to us, not let the devs tell us that their coin is legit. It makes zero sense in my mind. But so yeah, if you see a new coin pop out, new thing, treat it like a scam. You never know what could happen. Sweet dreams. When I do my live, I'm going to look into Raven node. Oh, you're gonna look into a Raven node. Where's DJ? I think DJ is he supposed to be going live also? I gotta check something out here. YouTube. DJ Mines. I'm still live, obviously. Engage. I don't see nothing. I don't see anything. What's going on here? DJ Mines. Engage. I don't see nothing in his Ordelio going on, so maybe he's not. He messaged me before my stream and asked me when I was going live so he could time his, so I don't know. Not sure when he's actually going. What? The Panda's going live later? When's he going live? Or you can run your own node server PC, but is also expensive. Yeah, some servers can definitely get pretty darn expensive. You do nodes in cloud. What I got? Well, I got the 1.0 node on OVH. It's a bare metal cloud, so I guess kinda. Get ready to mine it. Zakilla. Oh, Zill in 4 minutes. Let's take a look. Let's go to that. Zill mining right here. Oh, it just says in 34 seconds. Oh, 11 seconds ago it happened. It already happened. It happened. 8 workers online. Boom. They swapped over. Let's check HiveOS. Where's HiveOS? I don't even have it up. Oh yeah, they're mining Zill right now. See? They're on Zill. Engage, yeah. So right now they are mining Zill. And they should be done any second now. It doesn't last very long. Are they back on Nexa? Interesting. That would have been a good time. I should have swapped that over to see if we could mine Zill only. That would have been a good time to test it live. Your IP is available to pairs and ports are open. I can't remember which ports I have open. I think it's the P2P port. I don't know. We'll see. Son of a Tech posted a video. Intel Arc seems to be good on Ergo. Yeah, but is Ergo worth mining anymore? That's the other question. I don't know. I have no idea. Ergo seems to be losing a lot of hype. It hasn't even, I don't know. Hopefully it pumps. Like, don't get me wrong. I want all these coins to pump, but things aren't looking too hot for stuff, especially Ergo. Look at price or Ergo. Ergo. Let's see what you're doing. Besides nothing. That's my new song. You like it? So let's take a look at the good old Ergo. So Ergo, all-time high, was actually in 2018. It opened slightly after here at $18.26. Now, the bull run. Oh, whoa. It did hit a new all-time high. Why am I thinking? I thought it didn't even hit its all-time high, Ergo. Interesting. I guess it did. Let's see here. Absolute peak. 1826. Oh yeah, 6. It went through. It gained 3 cents. All right, so it did go up in the bull run. It hit a new all-time high by 3 cents. Awesome. For some reason, I don't know why I thought before it didn't hit. It was a couple dollars short. Regardless, it didn't see a massive explosion, but hopefully it does in the future. Actually, what month is it? There's going to be another block reward reduction happening on Ergo. I think, was it next month? I don't swap coins. It's expensive to swap on pools. Do your swapping by yourself. Don't let the pools do it for you. It costs you a little more. And they're probably taking a little cut of it as well. Mining Flux plus ZIL on 6800s. Do not like it. I miss RXD. Why don't you miss RXD? Why don't you just go right back to RXD? What's wrong? Actually, RXD is more profitable than Flux currently, isn't it? Yeah, we saw that earlier. What's mine? Yeah, Radiant is actually making 1 cent on a 3070 at 11 cent power, where Flux is, where are you? Flux, where are you? Come on, show yourself. You're not that far down there, are you? No way. Okay, let's scroll back up. We must pass it. I always pass it. I don't know why. There it is. So 11 cents. You're losing 11 cents. As you can see. So RXD is quite a bit more profitable than Flux. So jump on back to RXD. No need to miss it. Charles the Savior will pump your Ergo bags. Be patient. RabidMining, do you always use Trade Ogre for cash? Well, it depends on the coin. If Trade Ogre supports the coin, then yeah, usually I do use Trade Ogre. But if it doesn't, then no. And it also depends what I wanted. Like if I'm going to swap it to BTC, then yeah, I try to use Trade Ogre as much as possible. It's got one of the cheapest withdrawal fees of any exchange. It's like 80 cents, where the large exchanges anywhere from, I don't know, $8 to like $20. Next it turns off, then ZIL mines. Yep, that's correct. There's no other way. We should be done now. Where is it? No. There we go. Refresh. And bam. Yeah, back on ZIL. Or back on Nexa. ZIL is done. That's how that works. But only a loss if selling. If stacking for a node or a pump, then all gains if the big can cover your power costs. That's very true. But then, that brings you back into the fact where if you're going to cover your power costs out of pocket and, you're waiting for a pump, you should buy the coin and not mine it, because you will end up with more coins for that pump or that node than if you were to spend your power mining it. So it makes more sense in terms of profits and gains to purchase the coin with your money out of pocket than mine it. So, yeah. Good time to buy RXT. KDA, CKB, CFX hitting right now. Really? CKB is? Let's check a look at CKB. Let's see. CKB. Nervous. You pumping? Do some pumping. Kinda. That's 1 day. That's not bad. What is this? Not bad. Get some. Speaking of CKB, I better check on my little mini miner. Nervous, CKB. Let's see what you got going on. Boom. Oh, 149. Down to 149. No, sad times. Sad times. Huh. 68 cents. I gotta shut this thing off, I think. Hopefully it goes up. I don't know. I gotta go through my numbers and see what things are looking like here. CKB. So average 1.7. So I am using low power mode. I'm not running hash rate mode because low power mode seems to be the better option on this little CK box 2. I just want to look, where is mining pool stats? What are things looking like today on those networks? Conflux. CKB. What are you at? Oh my gosh, 126 petahash now. So that's seen a nice, I guess not a nice, it's seen a spike. It's going up. It's definitely climbing. How's Cadena looking today? Cadena, 340. So it's 340. Where's my ASICs? 340. What was it yesterday? 341. Okay, so Cadena is the same as yesterday. But this 77 plus 44. 77 plus 44. So that's 121. We are up more on CKB than yesterday. That's for sure. No, we're not. 121. Oh, we're only up an extra 5. Okay. So we're at 126 petahash and we're at 121 yesterday. Interesting times. Honey gain. What is that? Did you try honey gain? I'm not sure what that is. So no, I didn't. Vincent, aren't you worried about hacking while node? Your IP is available. I think I went over that, didn't I? I'm not too worried about it right now. So far, I guess we'll see what happens when it happens. But actually, my node's offline right now, so it's not on. Jock Miner, RabidMining. Don't forget to raid Power Mines crypto stream after yours. Is he live right now? Honey gain is bandwidth sharing. That's interesting. I can't do that then. I don't have any bandwidth to share. I can't share any bandwidth. It's hacked. ZIL should be paying you 7 to 8 ZIL per 100 mega hash like on K1. What do you get with Crazy Pool? I don't know because of what's it called? Is that per day? 7 to 8 ZIL per 100 mega hash per day? Is that what it is, Vincent? I'm not sure though because I have my Ipollos on there as well, so I can't really been testing it, but we'll have to see what happens. And I'm supposedly GPUs do better than Ipollos. Ipollos don't really get too much ZIL, but they do get a decent amount. Cortex is doing fair. Oh, it's going live in 4 minutes, so at 12:30. CIC. Honey gain uses a bit bandwidth. They use your IP to scrape some websites, I think. Oh, that sounds great. I probably wouldn't want to do that, but you never know. Did you look into 40,000 grant? I kind of been looking into it, yes, a bit for the 40,000 grant for sure. I've been kind of looking into it. Like I said, I'm also waiting to see what happens. I believe March. Is it March or May? March or May is the election for Alberta here, so we'll see what happens there. Depending who wins, we may end up getting extra grants for solar, possibly. So I also kind of want to see what happens there, and then then you might be able to stack up the federal government grant on top of the Alberta government grant and get a little more or something. We'll see. But yeah, I'm definitely been looking into that stuff. Honeygain uses a bit bandwidth. Okay, use your IP. Crazy Pool is still robbing. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta try a whole bunch of stuff. ZIL robbing. Yes, I'm sure. Yeah, bleh. I think we knew you meant on the ZIL aspect. I'm not sure what it is supposed to be. I did go back to Flex Pool. Was it last week for a couple days? I don't even know what I got. 12. I was like, okay, I'm going back to Crazy Pool because I was getting like 20 to 25 or something a day with the Ipollos. But yeah, I still have to try. Which one is it? K1, you say? K1? I should try K1 sometime, see how it does. I like hash rate is spreading evenly as possible. Start Start to believe in different projects. Yeah, that's very cool. Very good as well. Ipollo V1 Mini SC 0.50 USD profitable. Let's go. V1 Mini SC. Yeah, the V1, the SCs are awesome. I love the SCs. The SC Minis and the SC Pluses are great little miners. After Shanghai update, pretty sure you can take your S stake from Coinbase. Yeah, I think so. I believe so. Now, I don't know how the main staking works because it sounds like it's going to be on like a queue system. It's almost like they want to keep track of who's all pulling it out. And then, you know, if it looks like too many people are pulling out, they're going to be like, no, sorry, we cut the line off right here or something. So it's going to be a very centralized thing. It's going to be interesting. Yes, Q. So yeah, the Q system. That Q system doesn't make any sense. Everyone should, if they want to pull out, they should be able to pull out, not wait in line. That seems like a Ponzi scheme. First one they go in first gets out first, and then everyone else less. That doesn't make sense. If they want out, let them out. Sorry, everything dies at that point.
You know, I found
What'd you find?
a cookie source of wild one.
Oh. Checking out Power Mines. Never seen his channel. Thanks. Hey, no problem. I guess we'll point everyone over there. My throat is getting pretty darn dry. So let's look for Power Mines here. Power Mines. Power Mines Crypto. YouTube. Let's see right here. Power Mines. Live. Upcoming. 2 waiting. All right, I got it copied. All right, let's send everyone on over to Power Mines over there. So go play around Power Mines, guys. I appreciate everyone for showing up for the live stream. I will see you all in the next one.
Rabid out.